Inventory is categorized into different types because it has various uses within the business. Inventory is defined as those stocks or items used to support production, raw materials and work-in-process items, supporting activities, maintenance, repair and operating supplies, and customer service, finished goods and spare parts. Stock management has a significant strategic influence on a company, as inventory can absorb 25 to 40% of logistics costs and represent a substantial proportion of an organization's total assets.
We keep inventory to safeguard a company from unanticipated changes in consumer demand and lead time, while also improving customer service. To take advantage of economies of scale and to lower the cost per unit when purchasing, transporting and manufacturing large quantities. To hedge against contingencies such as labor strikes, fires and floods. In such situations, inventory guarantees normal supply for some period of time, and to eliminate manufacturing bottlenecks, work-in-progress commodities should be kept in this position in order to eliminate bottlenecks and boost production. Inventory is divided into raw materials, finished goods, and work-in-process. Raw materials are used to produce partial products or completed goods. The finished product is the product ready for current customer sales. Items are considered to be work in progress during the time the raw material is being converted into a partial product, sub-assemblies and finished product, and supplies or items, including finished goods, needed to get engaged in the production process but do not compromise the finished product.
Inventory has several functions. This includes buffer or safety stock. This is inventory concerned with short-range variations in either demand or replenishment. Transit or pipeline inventory. This is inventory that comprises products that are in transit between producer and purchaser locations and are not ready to use or be sold. Decoupling inventory is inventory that allows each step of the supply chain to operate independently of any supply chain disturbances. Anticipation inventory is inventory built up in anticipation of future estimated demand, price increases, promotional campaigns, seasonal fluctuations, labor strikes, or plant shutdowns. And lot size inventory is inventory accumulated because of overpurchasing and overproduction to take advantage of economics of scale. The inventory control function's role in supporting business activities is to optimize three objectives: customer service, inventory costs, and operating costs. All inventory management systems are in place to meet client demands. There are a variety of demand sources for a product and its components. Item requirements can be classified as dependent and independent demands.
Independent demand is influenced by market conditions. It originates from outside the company and is customer-oriented. Dependent is related to the demand for another item. It originates within the company. Dependent demand systems manufacturing-oriented. Effective use of dependent inventory models requires 1. Master production schedule, which outlines what is to be made and when. 2. Specifications or bill of materials outlines materials and parts required to make the product. 3. Inventory availability concerns what is in stock. 4. Purchase orders outstanding is what is on order, also called expected receipts. And 5. Lead times relate to how long it takes to get various components.
Material requirements planning has two primary objectives: determine requirements and keep priorities current. Any manufacturing planning and control system's major goal is to have the right materials in the right quantities at the right time to meet the demand for the company's products. It must determine the following: order the right material, what to order in the right quantity, how much to order at the right time, when to order, and when to schedule delivery. A material requirements plan must be able to reorganize priorities in order to keep plans current in this ever-changing world. It must be able to add and delete, expedite, delay, and change orders as the demand for and supply of components changes daily.
MRP needs a lot of information, with three primary sources being the Master Production Schedule, Bill of Materials, Inventory Records File. As mentioned, the Master Production Schedule, MPS, sets out what will be built, when and in what quantities. It disaggregates the aggregate plan. Again, a bill of materials (BOM) is a listing of the components, their description, and the quantity of each required to make 1 unit of a product. And inventory records file is stock records that allow gross requirements to be adjusted to net requirements.
The term BOM explosion refers to the process of generating a comprehensive list of all parts, including those in sub-assemblies, that are necessary to complete a pass of finished goods. The BOM is represented in a hierarchical structure or tree diagram. It shows the grouping of items on an assembly drawing or the grouping of items that come together at a stage in the manufacturing process. The bill of material records contains information on every item or assembly required to produce end items, including part number, description, unit of measure, quantity per assembly, next higher assembly or parent, lead times, and quantity per end item.
Good inventory management is an absolute necessity for an MRP system to work. Material requirements planning will not operate if the organization's record accuracy is less than 99%. Services do not have scheduled receipts, as in the cases of manufacturing. Services must be provided at the moment when customers use it. MRP is also applied in hospitals, especially when dealing with surgeries that require known equipment, materials, and supplies. In hotels, MRP is applied to develop a bill of materials and a bill of labor when it renovates each of its hotel rooms. In restaurants, ingredients and side dishes, bread, vegetables, and condiments are typically meal components. These components depend on the demand of food, and in the plan, food is seen as a finished product.
Just in time, JIT, goes further than MRP. JIT is a management philosophy that involves purchasing or producing exactly what is needed at the precise time, just when it is needed, and not long before or long after, to eliminate the waste of expensive resources. 4 principles should be fulfilled to make JIT a viable technique. 1. People's empowerment is a major source of progress. 2. Perfection of product quality helps achieve 0 defects. 3. For cost-effective small lot production or small order purchasing, flexibility is required. And 4. For accurate client demand, responsive production and order schedules are required.
Unlike MRP, which pushes out replenishment from the maker before materials are needed, just-in-time is a pull system and only authorizes the replenishment of materials from production if there is a need for them. In MRP, lead time should be offset due to time-phased planning, whilst in just-in-time, no lead time is offset because lead time is so short. If just-in-time is appropriately used in the right setting, it can bring several benefits. These include reduction of stockouts, reduction of inventory levels, reduction of the need for material handling equipment, reduction of time frames between delivery and production, significant quality improvement, and employee inclusion in continuous quality improvement. Inventory and materials planning is vital to ensure that the right products are available at the right time. For production to manufacture finished products, there must be sufficient raw materials, components, and consumables.
The same applies in the service industry. Again, good materials management results in high customer service levels, lower inventory costs, and the company seeing a return on their investments.